Hey guys, this is the Great Jedi and welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into the video, please consider subscribing, smashing the like button, commenting, and hitting the notifications bell down below. Anyways, let's jump right into the video. So today we have a Star Wars Battlefront 2 news update video. So to start it off, we do have a March 11th patch. And this was just posted and it's going to be this Wednesday. So by the time you guys are seeing this, it will be tomorrow. They go on and say, "Hello there, we are planning to release a small patch this week, which will include fixes for a number of issues as well as a few requested tweaks. Feedback around our autoplayer's AI system has been met with a lot of positivity, but one of the biggest bits of feedback that were received revolves around how the AI look. In this patch, we will be implementing a change that will ensure all troopers and heroes are dressed in any planet-specific appearance across the Age of Rebellion planets. Alongside this, we are adding randomization of head options for officers within co-op." So that's a pretty cool change right there. So that way, it has some variety and not all officers look the same. They say, "Rounding out the AI's weeks is the ability for Ewok hunters auto players to now perform the spear melee attack." Okay, says there are a number of fixes arriving into this update, which include the visual issue where inaccurately high numbers were shown under the player damage UI element. "We know you are strong with the Force, but you are not 750,000 pieces of damage strong." So if you guys don't know what that is all about, basically in this last update there was a bug where it would say, "Oh, you did negative 2 million damage," or "you did 3 million damage," and they fixed that issue. So yeah. In the Age of Rebellion update, we introduced a change to the scoreboard, which would show the class level of everyone in the match. A visual issue would sometimes occur where all the levels would be based on your own. This has now been fixed. So if you guys noticed, when you guys press the touchpad on like PlayStation 4 or however you look at the scoreboard, it would have the levels of the players, but that was completely bugged. So basically what would happen is if you had a level 400 officer, everybody that was an officer, it would say level 400. Let's say you had a level 30 specialist, all the specialists would be level 30. So I was wondering why they were matchmaking me with all prestige level players, because I'm like, whoa, that's kind of weird. And I noticed it was bugged when I got killed by like a level 12 player, you know, and it said that they were a prestige level. So that has been bugged, but now they're fixing it, which is good. They go on to say, "Within co-op, we have identified and fixed an issue that would cause the AI to only take one route on Jabba's palace." And I talked about that in my last news update video. And they said once the patch arrives, the AI will now take multiple routes, meaning you can no longer sit at one doorway while defending, which is good because people would just farm and farm and farm just to get extra XP, and you guys could still take advantage of that if you want for an extra day. Says a couple of matchmaking issues have been also addressed, starting with a fix that will address the problem that would occasionally cause a game server to place everyone onto the same team. I'm glad they're fixing those lobbies because that's one of the biggest issues I've been having with this game since the last update. I know it's been happening before the last update, but I've been experiencing it like a lot since the last update. So I'm so glad that they're fixing this. It says, "We once again thank you for your continued support and look forward to seeing you on the Battlefront, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 team." And then we get into the release notes. So there's not that many, so I'm just going to go through all of them. And it looks like they are all bug fixes, which is always a good thing. So to start it off, they said fix an issue where the play any button would not be able to matchmake into a game. So that's for co-op if you guys didn't already know. They fixed an issue that would occasionally cause the game server to matchmake players into the same team. Okay, they briefly mentioned that above. They fixed an issue that would occasionally lead players to be matchmade into the opposing teams when transitioning to a new round of co-op. Okay. Fix an issue that would cause the AI opponents to only take one path on Jabba's palace. Okay. They fixed an issue that would cause a delay when attacking after evading. Okay, so that might help a little bit for the lightsaber combat, maybe. Let me read that again. Fixed an issue that would cause a delay when attacking after evading. It might help the lightsaber combat a little bit. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's still not going to help the hit detection, which I feel like is one of that should be like their main priority for bugs. But, you know, hopefully we'll get there where we can have fluent lightsaber battles. But they go on to say, set up planet-specific appearances for heroes and troopers on the Age of Rebellion maps. They added randomization of head options for officers controlled by AI. Fixed an issue where the AI officers on Hoth would show up with wrong names. Fixed an issue that would cause Yoda to be occasionally invincible against certain opponents. Okay, I didn't know about that, but I'm glad they fixed it. Added more info to show how to unlock certain weapon mods. Okay. They fixed an issue where the ISB agent would be blocked from firing her blasters for too long after performing a melee strike. They fixed an issue where the Ewok's Hunter Instincts ability would show footprints on top of the trail left behind by BB-9E. They fixed an issue where snow particles would sometimes be visible indoors while playing on Starkiller Base. Okay. They fixed various visual issues with texture popping on the Resurgent class Star Destroyer. They fixed various visual and collision issues on the MC-85 Star Cruiser and Death Star 2. They added the Sphere Melee for the Ewok Hunters controlled by AI. They made minor visual improvements to the Ewok Hunters' abilities. They fixed a visual issue where inaccurately high numbers were shown under the player damage score event after defeating an enemy. We kind of already talked about that. They added support for acrylic characters in the chat window when playing in non-Russian versions of the game. Okay, so that doesn't at least apply to me. Or maybe it does. I don't know. Let's see. Chat, yeah, that's for PC. So, fix an issue where the scoreboard would not show the accurate class level of other players or when deploying with vehicles. Okay, so they fixed that. The class level now appears on the scoreboard when playing Starfighter Assault and Hero Starfighters. Oh, cool. So I guess that was only for certain game modes. I wouldn't know because I don't really play Starfighter Assault that often. But they added it to the Starfighter modes, which is pretty cool. They removed the class level for AI players on the scoreboard. And they fixed an issue where the button to view the profile of another player on the scoreboard would not work. And that is the end of the patch notes, and we also have some other news to go over. So if you guys aren't aware, for the community calendar this month, we have the Farm Boy Luke skin, and we have the A New Hope Leia skin, their event skins. So you can't buy them with credits, it's only for certain events, and I know you guys have been wanting to unlock them because there's a lot of new players out and stuff. Well, there's been people that weren't able to make it this weekend because they're out on vacation or whatever the reason is, and Forge did say we'll bring them back, likely as a milestone rewards in the future, so everyone can get a chance to unlock them. So it looks like there's going to be even more events to unlock these, but eventually they're going to add it as a milestone, so that way everybody has a chance to unlock it if they're like latecomers to the game for whatever reason. And there's been a lot of people complaining about the ARC Troopers, because if you guys didn't know, before the update, the ARC Troopers, you could actually, they're dual wielding, so you could shoot both triggers on the controller, and that would control the right blaster and then the left blaster. But in the last update, it took it away and made the left trigger the alternate fire and the right trigger where it would just fire just both of them at the same. They would just alternate, but they reduced the like speed, I guess, the fire rate of it, which I didn't notice that much of a difference once you change it to close range, but I did notice there was a little bit of a nerf. But they did say that they are looking into some tweaks for the ARC Trooper. And we also have some news regarding Darkside skin Teases. Ben Walk has been pretty active lately on social media. And if you guys don't know, he is going to be leaving because he's going to be taking a producer job, so good for him. But he's been teasing a lot of Darth Maul skins, basically through gifts, and he's done this in the past where he'll tease through gifts for future content and stuff. And somebody asked him what was like his favorite skin, and he replied basically saying that I do have a favorite, but I can't tell you what it is. So the only reason why he would say that is because it's not in the game yet. And if he's been teasing a lot of Darth Maul skins, I have a feeling that we're going to probably get a solo appearance, like for Darth Maul, or one from Rebels, something in that era, because we are in the Age of Rebellion. So I think it'd be pretty cool to see some type of Maul skin. I know we are all wanting the Darth Maul skins, but I just wanted to keep expectations low. Technically they're not confirmed, but I really do feel like they're going to be coming, because why would he be teasing it this heavily? And before we end the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I did see a post of like a developer saying that they're going to be tweaking the cycler rifle. They never said they were going to buff it, but I'm pretty sure they're implying a buff because everybody's complaining that it's weak. And I can't find the post. I saw it and I didn't take a screenshot when I first saw it. So when I do find it, guys, I'll be sure to put it in the description down below. So I'll do that or put it in my next news update video. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe. This is the Great Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.